If you're new to this channel, we have a Discord server for small creators to grow their channels. We have a ton of cool stuff there like resources and help from larger creators. Thank you and enjoy the video.
What got you into YouTube in like the first place?
I started making like Bed Wars content like 2 years ago. I started making shorts content after that on a new channel because of my friend Pulsify, who's in like 70% of my videos. And then after short form content, I decided to do the long form SMP content and consistently doing it for like a few months. And it seemed, it seemed to work out. The reason why I did all of that was because I saw other YouTubers like Markiplier, which I know has nothing to do with the Minecraft niche, but I
Yeah.
liked the YouTuber style.
Do you have any inspiration other than like Markiplier?
SMP content is, yeah, inspired mostly from creators like Parrot and probably a little bit of Rochambeau Games. Dom is like one of those people who like makes Minecraft content, but it's like really optimized. If you want to like learn how to like do really optimized content, but like not a lot of personality, then that's a good guy to check out. But like I mean I guess you if you
Is Dom the guy that does like the trick shots and like clutches and stuff?
yeah
Isn't he
yeah
the guy that?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
hmm
Just want to make sure I knew who that was.
Your storytelling has like I'm guessing it didn't start off this good. So like what got you to get better at that, right?
Well, okay. I think why it wasn't good at like the start was mostly because I was like trend jacking. I saw like the generic videos back like 10 months ago, and then I thought to myself, okay, so if I do the exact same thing as them, then I'll get views, even though that was like a terrible decision. So like my first like 5 to like 8 SMP videos were just all the same without really any like thought put into them besides just like copying a certain technique or like genericness. And then after like and then finally, if it wasn't for like this one video, I'll refer to it as the water video. If it wasn't for that video, I probably wouldn't have broken out of that cycle because that was like my first risk in terms of actually doing something that I liked instead of just doing something that I thought like YouTube would like. So
Yeah.
that's a key factor right there for any upcoming creators. If you want to really go somewhere, then you have to do things that obviously your audience has to like it, you have to like it, and more importantly, you have to have fun doing it.
Yeah. So you say like just be unique, don't follow all the trends,
Yeah, yeah,
background
exactly.
thing.
Why do you think you first blew up? Like, what did you do that got you
Um,
views, pretty much?
well, I guess it was really like I think the only thing that was stopping me was like I didn't know how to like start a video. So if you know like in like to do the intro in like I don't know, like anywhere from like 10 to 30 seconds or something like that, and then like making sure that you're like defining, like in your own way, with personality, like defining the goal, any stakes, and making sure that like the audience kind of like is interested in what you're presenting, then usually, hooking them actually to stay, then like I was already pretty solid with like actually keeping the viewer like at like to the end. So you just nail that both sides of it, and then you'll be good.
So how long did it take you to actually start getting views? Like how many channels and how many like years or months?
This is my second actual channel, so maybe like well, if the Hypixel channel was just kind of like a passion thing, and I only did it like ever so often, so not like this channel's my only actual like real serious channel. So this channel was created what, like a year ago, I think, and then it wasn't until like 2 months after I created the channel that I start to upload, and so I think it was like a month after actually uploading, I got a good video.
The black background thumbnails, did you think of that or like did somebody else and you just took the idea?
The first one I ever did was like I think 7 to 8 months ago, and it wasn't necessarily because I saw another thumbnail, but I thought to myself like it's just instead of just getting like a screenshot, I could just like I could get a screenshot, but then just like isolate like maybe 2 to 3 elements so that the viewer can like see exactly what I want the viewer to focus on.
Yeah.
So I did with my first one was the trapping players the way Mojang intended, with it literally just a chest and then a text and arrow saying "Do not open," and that was my first good performing CTR. Yeah, no, I mean, and if you're looking at inspiration side, sometimes I look at Branzy for inspiration.
You like did all the public server videos. Was that cause like paid you to do that or did you just do it for the content?
Well, I mean, I didn't do it like first as sponsored. The sponsorship stuff is just kind of like a bonus, but like I
Yeah.
actually like making the videos. But like I guess it was just because I started doing them because I didn't really have a server that like I really was like liking, like an actual private server. So I decided just to go on public servers because I get like really good content, or at least But
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
I mean,
worked
if
out.
if I joined like a really good private server, I wouldn't have done that. So.
So most people watching this are like smaller content creators trying to get started. What's
Yeah.
your like if you could tell somebody who's starting out content one thing, what would it be?
Enjoy the content you make and be passionate about it.
What is like a video that you thought was gonna be really bad but ended up really good?
That Bliss, my first ever Bliss video was I thought was gonna underperform. It became my most popular. Well, I think why I thought it was gonna underperform is that like I thought it wasn't like well, I guess from my perspective, I didn't think it was interesting, even though like I guess because it was probably because I watched it like 50 times over, so I just like lost its appeal. But I knew for like I guess like I didn't realize that like obviously somebody clicking on it wouldn't have had like 50 times. So that's the one thing that a lot of people tend to forget about is like you yourself is biased. So if you're gonna be like super hard on yourself, then like you're not really and then like changing everything, like like being like insecure if your video is like good enough. Then like that's why you should always get like other people to rate your video that are like that or that are unbiased, so then they can actually like give you good feedback.
So what is like a video that you thought was gonna do good but did really bad?
Honestly, my most recent. That was only because I've told many people about this. Don't re-upload videos. Do not do that. That's a big tip for anybody who wants to actually
Is that
get a
something
good
you've
video.
learned?
So basically, in a nutshell, people will click on it and then realize they've already watched it, and then they'll click off. So it ruins
Yeah.
retention. People will like they'll get sad and stuff, but like if you're able to just like move on, then you're fine.
Don't get too upset over some stats.
Exactly.